Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Dragonflight and our human Paladin playthrough. Today is actually the 16th, so the second phase and last phase of the pre-patch went up yesterday. We started our Drakthir Evoker in the real game yesterday, and I'm pretty sure the Elemental Invasions should be starting, or maybe have started. Yeah, they've already started. Primal Element, Northern Barrens, and Ungoro. Primalists are calling forth an Earth Elemental in hopes to ravage all of Azeroth. So yeah, we'll be checking that out. Probably on both the Drakthir and the Paladin. Once we get the Paladin to max level, see, we did not have to worry about doing Shadowlands content at all, and that's probably for the best for everybody. The Shadowlands are literally where characters go to die, and in my case that means that once they're in the Shadowlands I don't play them again. Let's see, we are looking to extinguish fires and slay elementals, not oozes. We need to get out of the ooze area and into the fire and fire elemental area. But yeah, what that also means is that we no longer have the Joyous Journeys buff. However, they drastically changed the experience needed to level as of the second part of the pre-patch. This is when all the numbers tuning came in. And I'm pretty sure that levels 30 to 60 are going to be just as quick, if not quicker, than they would have been with the old numbers, with the XP buff. But we'll see, we'll feel it out. What we do still have is we still have the 18% experience gains for the WoW anniversary. So that's pretty cool on top of all the changes. We'll see how quickly we seem to level here on the new level scaling without Joyous Journeys. It wasn't called Joyous Journeys in retail, it was called Winds of Wisdom, right? Joyous Journeys was the classic buff. What I was kind of sad to hear about is that apparently Paladins need some work in Dragonflight. A lot of people who played Paladin for a long time seemingly are not very happy with the state of any of the Paladin specs. I haven't really played my Paladin at endgame. We did level our Paladin on the Horde side through the Shadowlands content when that first came out. We did a very little bit of 9.1, and then we did all the story stuff for 9.2, but I've never done a Mythic Plus on that Paladin. That Paladin has only done looking for raid. So I don't really know. I don't think that I would be in a position to know if the class was better or worse than the Shadowlands version. But I'm kind of hoping that if it's a numbers issue where they're just not competitive, that Blizzard will go ahead and get that tuned. Either by release, or sometime shortly thereafter. Because yeah, I would very much like to play this character and feel like, you know, that was an okay thing to do. We're done putting out the fire, so we're just looking for a bunch more fire elementals. And less slimes. Less slimes. Kind of been playing around with some of my sound settings, both my microphone settings and the in-game audio, so please let me know if anything sounds off or if anything needs to be louder or quieter. I try to keep the music pretty loud and the ambient sounds pretty loud. I try to keep the sound effects audible But I don't really want them as loud as the music or the effects. I feel like if you're trying to watch this and kind of relax, which I know a lot of you guys do, then the sound effects being too loud can become abrasive. Same with all like the grunting and groaning that happens in combat. So I try to keep that a little bit more muted. But yeah, let me know if anything could be better for your auditory enjoyment. Including if I need to be louder or quieter. I mean, and I'll gladly shut up too if that's what it takes. How cool would it be if things like Blade of Justice changed their graphic depending on what kind of weapon you had equipped? Like imagine instead of a sword coming up from the ground, like a hammer descending down from the sky, or like a big axe blade swinging in. So depending on if you had a sword, a mace, or an axe equipped, you could get a different graphic. That would be really neat. That being said, the ability is called a Blade of Justice. And I guess technically the head of a hammer is not a blade. I just assume that you are kind of molding the light, like with your will, or mind, or energy, or mana. You're willing the light to take that shape for that attack. So, assumingly, you could will the light to take any kind of shape. If we're gonna get, like, into the system of it. One more of these guys. Sometimes I forget about Wake of Ashes, and I wonder if I need to, like, move it, but then I'm gonna forget about something else. My eyes don't often look down here, and I just need to start remembering it in my base rotation. It's on a 45-second cooldown, which is kind of like an awkward amount of time, so I forget about it. You can basically use it every other fight if you're like going from fight to fight. Sometimes you only get to use it every third fight, depending on how fast you're killing, which makes it really hard to work into the rotation and to actually remember it.
Greetings. May the stars guide you.
We don't have immersion on today. I guess my add-ons must not be up to date. I will get that fixed for next time. The dwarves of Dunmoder fight day and night against the dark iron that have invaded their old home. While we cannot yet send our sentinels to risk their lives for them, we do send much-needed supplies that they may sustain their vigil. If you would, bring this package to Longbraid the Grim, north of here. His men must certainly need its contents.
Be careful.
That sounds like a breadcrumb. And the Green Warden here has nothing else for us either, so... Yeah, it looks like we're heading north. Are we potentially almost done with this zone? Yeah, I feel like we've been here for a little while. But yeah, it seems like we are on our way. And it does look like it would send us, maybe we would just progress into the Arathi Highlands next. Which I wouldn't mind. When was the last time I did Arathi Highlands? We might have done some Arathi Highlands on a retail undead warlock like a year ago. Yeah, I think we did, but I don't know if we've ever done it on the Alliance side in retail. So that might be something we could look at.
Talk to me. Be good. Watch your back.
Supplies from Farallon, and bless his heart. We're good on food, but we're running out of bullets.
Off with you.
You don't want to waste your time talking to me right now, lad. Thargus Anvilmar himself is just on the other side of these wagons. Surely you've heard of him. He fought to defend the Thandal Span from the Dark Iron alongside the King of Stormwind. He's one of the finest heroes of Ironforge. Right now, though, he's in the thick of it. Go out there and let him know you're ready to help. Just keep a good distance. He swings wide.
Watch your back.
Yeah, they do got somebody out here.
How are you?
Looks like he's cleared the field. Let's get a look at him here. Oh, he's wearing a full face mask.
You got my attention.
Well met. If you've got a weapon on you, I'll take any help I can get clearing out these crazed fools.
Off with you.
I and everyone else thought these fools were just dark iron up to no good, but these nutters are full-blown cultists. The Twilight Hammer wants nothing short of the destruction of the entire world. They've thrown their lot in with Deathwing and Ragnaros. And they've got a history with the Dark Iron. But it doesn't matter who they are. What matters is they're in Dunmoder, and they need to get out. I'll not let any past here. You get in there and crack some skulls.
Be good.
Alright, I'm ready for a good skull thumping. These guys seem like jerks. No real reason to get ourselves too deep into any of the buildings here. We don't need anything specific, we just need to fight guys, so... This one has been super streamlined. You used to need different types of them, so you'd kind of be relying on like random spawns to spawn the right guys in. I really just love Word of Glory and being able to pop a pretty substantial heal that's instant cast. I mean, yeah, it takes a resource, but it never really seems to slow our kill rate down too much, does it? It's kind of what surprised me when people said that it was one of the weaker specs. I wonder if it lost something, like if there was something in Shadowlands that it had that the talents did not give it back. I wonder if it just feels worse to people who played it in Shadowlands. Maybe it's not a numbers thing. I don't really know. I just heard from a few different sources that the Paladin specs were not as polished as some of the other specs in Dragonflight. I wonder if we get Divine Toll or if we get any of the Covenant abilities as either baseline or as things that we can spec into. I kind of got used to having Divine Toll as a Kyrian Paladin, but I don't really feel like I'm missing it here. I do enjoy the rotation we have going on.
What's on your mind? Off with you.
I've defended the Thandil span from being destroyed before against the Dark Iron themselves, and so did my father and his father before him. The only Dark Iron that managed to give me the slip ran straight for the bridge. Something's amiss, and I'm betting when we get there we'll be waltzing right into an ugly trap. I could use your help for Ironforge. Are you with me?
Watch your back.
We are with you. I'm assuming he's going to teleport there. So, let's get going. He doesn't seem like he's going to move. What do we have going on here? It looks like blue fire. My inclination is to not walk into it. Oh, here we go. Bulgaris and the others, you were all dead. What foul trick is this? Your petty triumphs have been futile. The power of the Twilight's hammer is absolute. Rejoice, for you shall be the first to die. We will sweep across Cosmodon and burn all to ash. I don't care how many times I have to kill you. I'll take you all on to save this land. Oh, we've got some backup. What luck, the offerings throw themselves upon the altar. Alright. Oh, we can't fight these other guys. They are not attackable for whatever reason. Alright.
Here there.
We've come out victorious. And good riddance, Thandil span's safe thanks to you, and hopefully Kalamoth is down for good this time. Wish I knew a little bit more about that story. Into Arathi, you should go on ahead and warn the other side of the span about this. Over the bridge to the north, you'll find Refuge Point, the stronghold of the Alliance in Arathi. Tell Captain Niles to keep an eye out for these Twilight Hammer curs. Okay, so maybe the Twilight Hammer stuff continues in Arathi. That would be cool. Let's equip our new shoulders. And let's get going. That's a pretty smooth transition. I like it. We did hit level 38. don't really need AoE Word of Glory right now. Okay, we could get some passive healing. Let's do that. I kind of wish we could shrink this down a little bit. Here's the thing, I really love this artwork. But I'm also, like, as a longtime WoW player, I'm really used to being able to run with my talent window open. And be able to see a little bit of where I'm going. And kind of do it as I travel. Obviously, I can use the minimap to navigate a little bit. It's harder than being able to see more of my screen. Enemies hit by Divine Storm take 100% more damage from Consecrate rates. Like, that's good for like an AoE build. Let's go here. And let's apply changes. Let's turn the breadcrumb in first.
What can I do for you?
I suppose I owe Thargus a favor for sending such a bold hero my way, or perhaps he just wanted to keep all the cleanup for himself. Regardless, you'll find much to do here for the Alliance.
Safe travels.
We are fighting a war for Stromgarde, and we are losing. The Ogres, the Syndicate, and we have divided our once great city, and each faction battles the other into a bloody stalemate. But our forces dwindle while our enemy grows. Though South Shore has fallen, we must not let any further ground be yielded to our enemies. Go to the Syndicate base in Northfold Manor and slay them. We must reclaim the land for ourselves before the Horde has a chance to creep further. Kill 10 Syndicate members. A lot of these zones, like both in Vanilla and after Cataclysm, do a better job of like showing us a faction war than Battle for Azeroth did. And that was supposed to be like the theme of Battle for Azeroth was the faction war.
Well met.
But leveling through it, you hardly saw it. Kay and Kinleroy. Kinlory? Kay and Kinlory. The Horde have held Goshek Farm to the east for a long time. It's never been of much concern compared to the rest of our problems here, but it's been reported that undead activity is in the area. Anything more alarming than shuffling peons over there warrants investigation. This isn't the first time the undead have been up to no good at the farm, so I've sent my best scouts there to check it out. Report to Kay and Kinlory, and they'll fill you in.
Light bless.
Alright, anything else? We got a wanted poster. Wanted Mariz Cowl. A bounty has been placed on the head of Mariz Cowl, a high-level advisor and operative to the Syndicate. She was last seen within the Syndicate-controlled territory of Stromgarde. And Otto Falconcrest. The Stromgarde militia has placed bounties on the heads of Lord Falconrest and his bodyguard Otto. Falconcrest heads the Syndicate efforts in the Arathi Highlands, and his death would cause a major disruption in those efforts. His bodyguard Otto, although not a strategic target, is a fierce opponent and has killed dozens of our defenders. Okay.
Hi.
And Squirto here has a lot of stuff for us. Holy cow. Collect 10 Witherbark tusks. Archmage Malin sent me here to collect reagents for him. I was at a loss as to how I was going to collect the items, but now that you're here, I think my problems are solved. 10 Witherbark tusk, 4 medicine pouches.
See you soon.
Shakes of Breen. Find Shakes O'Brien at Falder's Cove in the Highlands. I have a friend by the name of Shakes O'Brien. He's the captain of a crew of pirates, the Blackwater Raiders. Good men, respectable as pirates go. They dock at Falder's Cove, hidden along the southern shore. Interesting.
Watch your back.
Stone shards. I've scouted all over these highlands, and there's one thing I found that I haven't been able to explain. To the northeast of here, there's a circle of stones like the others you'll find everywhere in Arathi, but the largest and most imposing of them built into the mountainside itself. Just between you and me, I heard voices while I was there, whispers from the earth. If you're curious, you could go there and see for yourself.
Off with you.
And Home
Watch
Sweet
your
Gnome.
back.
I used to have quite the home back in Ironforge. That is, I did until I was booted out to make way for the gnomes. They couldn't stop a bunch of trogs with all them gizmos and machines. And I have to pay for their weakness? No, sir. No longer. Go to Nomergon. Talk to Commando Murd Doc. Sure, he's a gnome, but his crew safe. His crew safe, I think they call him, are going to take Gnomeregan back. Is this a dungeon quest?
See you soon.
I really don't know. Okay. Weird. What do we want to do to begin? We could do like a little circuit. Let's head over to the Northfold Manor. Right off the bat, there's more here to do immediately than I expected. Though they could have just taken every quest available in the zone and given them to us all at once. Could have been what happened. Where is the sun at this morning here in Arathi? Maybe it's just a hazy, cloudy day. Definitely a little bit gloomy. It almost feels like pre-dawn, but the sun has to be... Oh yeah, the sun is up. Just a hazy, cloudy day here. It's always interesting to me how different these zones look in the classic client as opposed to in the retail client, and I wonder if it's just the Cataclysm brush. If it's just the brush of the Cataclysm changes that makes them look different. They look different, the lighting is different. Obviously some ground effects, terrain, and actual artifacts are different, but like even the lighting feels very different. If we ever get to a Cataclysm Classic, I'm going to be interested to compare it in the Classic client with how it is in the retail client to see if it's a client issue that makes everything lighting-wise so different, or if it's just the brush of the Cataclysm changes that did it. It's not that it's bad, it's just that it's different. The lighting is very, very different. I almost feel like the lighting in the retail client is probably more, quote, realistic, end quote. As far as like, you know, like it's hazy, so we have all this shade right now. Sometimes, especially in a video game medium or any kind of artistic medium, more realistic does not always equate to better. And this might be one of those times. The lighting in the new zones is always amazing. It's the old world zones that the lighting just feels a little bit weird. But yeah, it could be more weather effects and more realistic lighting that just make things seem a bit darker sometimes almost. Well, we've hit level 39. We do seem to still be leveling quite quickly, regardless of not having the Winds of Wisdom. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Justicar's Vengeance is another ability. We don't really need another attack. Eye for an eye, surround yourself with Bladed Bulwark, reducing physical damage and dealing damage. Could do that. Templar's Verdict increases the damage of your next Templar's Verdict. Yeah, we need to go over here. I don't know, we've been really focused over here, but... Stormrage Leveling Guild. That's almost like... And the name is the Guild Guy. This is so generic and amazingly generic and just like straightforward that I almost want to join this guild. The Guild Guy invites us to Stormrage Leveling Guild. I'm gonna decline, but that was the most tempting guild offer I've ever gotten, if I'm being quite frank. I know it probably sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not. That's the scary thing. Okay. There we go. I do tend to fight these guys one at a time, even in retail. The reason being is like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like we don't have enough AoE to really warrant pulling a bunch of guys. Like, let's see. Let's pull some guys and see how we feel. I already regret. I already have big regrets, right? They deal a lot of damage to us is the other issue, like, even if we're just in like kind of like a healing mode. Which, see, this kind of puts us in a healing mode where we can't even dish out a lot of damage. We're getting these procs on Wake of Ashes, which is really helpful. I don't know, maybe that is the way to go. We seem to get more procs that way. Even if we're just, like, healing ourselves a lot of the time. Alright, okay. I mean, I could try bigger pulls. I feel like it's more dangerous that way, so it could be more exciting to watch me almost die multiple times. Oh, this is fun. Let's get these guys into melee with each other. We'll pull you for funsies, but we do need to try to keep these guys like within range of each other would be good. Let's daze some of them so we can get some heals rolling here. Yeah, I guess if I want to challenge myself even a little bit, I should probably do pulls more like 2 or 3 at a time. Sometimes I just get into that like nice and smooth motion of fighting one guy at a time, you know? It's probably just a classic habit. Let's come down to the south here. We'll go after our wanted posters. I feel like we're gonna get other quests to go there. Let's wait. Yeah, And I should maybe think about finding a place here to set the Hearthstone. I think if we turn in the one we just did, they might give us more to do over here. So I don't want to run there yet. Just to have to go back in a little while. Witherbark Tusk we could get over here. We don't need to do that. We'll go down to the village. Oh man, they made all these Witherbark guys so beefy. That was a Cataclysm change to come in here and beef them all up. These used to be like basically the player troll models, but apparently not anymore.
Well met. Be careful. Farewell.
Here we go. The Syndicate and Stromgarde do battle with our contingent of militia there. In order to urge the rabble to fight our more disciplined troops, the Syndicate leaders have placed a bounty on our soldiers, awarding gold for each Stromgarde badge gathered off killed militiamen. We want those badges retrieved. We cannot allow the cutthroats to take trophies from our brave fallen. Enter the Syndicate-controlled area of Stromgarde and hunt them for our badges.
Have a good one.
There we go. That's what we needed. And as far as a Hearthstone, though... Oh yeah, there is one here. The innkeeper is a small tent right behind us here.
See you later.
Let's do that. We might also want to sell everything. Alright.
Safe travels.
It's going to be weird to one day be at max level and to get items that we think like, hey, maybe we could sell this on the auction house. Because right now it's kind of like liberating just to basically be able to go into my bags and sell everything that's not a piece of gear. Alright, so we can probably just get right in on these guys, and we need to make our way to a couple of different objectives. Otto is this way, Mazerin is this way. Otto is going to be inside the keep. Let's get that done first. Don't know if that killed her or not. We are starting to have some problems. Let's pop Divine Protection. These guys are like running all over the place. I'm gonna pop wings here because we're about to get the entire area of people who want us dead, including a couple of mages, which might deal significant damage to us. Yeah, we got some mages over here. Let's go in on this guy. Girl, Gale. Alright. Alright, yeah. Hey, we were able to handle it. So, yeah, that was fun. We will do some more big pulls. Yeah, I mean, that seems to work pretty well. So we'll keep doing that unless we start having problems staying alive. Or if it's a mage that's giving us a hard time moving him around. Alright, we have everybody here. Basically everybody. I want to make sure that no matter what else is going on, I'm keeping myself healed because I don't have a great feeling about all this. This seems like way too many for us to handle. Unless people start like falling over dead pretty soon here. Like Otto could go down. That would be great. Alright, I think we're going to eke a win out somehow from this. Got a couple people who need to die. Alright. Doing good on health still. Doing less good with the big stun there. Alright, we got the interrupt off. And we're basically healed back up, so yeah, go us. Ended the fight at full health. Perfect. Loot all the things. And yeah, that was pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. I'll take it. Lots of fun. It looks like we're going to have to go out and around, which I did not realize when we started to come this way. But that's okay. Surprisingly, the respawn rate hasn't cranked out. This courtyard is still cleared from when we cleared it, which is really amazing. It feels good when you clear through an area, and it's still clear when you walk back out. Let's come over here, and we'll fight in the corner, so we don't have casters shooting us from a distance. There's the caster shooting us from a distance. It's easier to remember to do Wake of Ashes, it turns out, when you're consistently fighting multiple enemies. That's probably what it was, is that we were doing a lot of single pulls, and like, so I'm not even thinking about it. We don't need to be in here, actually. I think she's outside around back. Yeah, we don't need to be in the house. Very tricky little alleyway. I think it got more narrow after the Cataclysm, I feel like. Okay, so yeah, we're done over here for right now. Let's go ahead and hearth back.
Hey there. See you around. Farewell. Safe travels. Have a good one. Be careful.
We'll get a belt for this one.
Safe travels.
Let's equip that.
See you around.
And a chest piece for this one.
Have a good one.
And that's level 40. We have a Paladin point to spend. We could go for another interrupt. I don't feel like we're hurting there. This has some kind of dawn and dusk thing, which I think was the thing you got from Ardenweald. In the dawn, your holy power spending abilities deal 10% increased damage and healing. In the dusk, your armor is increased by 10%, and your holy power generating abilities cool down faster. Oh, so this is where we can learn dawn and dusk. Blessing of Dawn. When you reach 5 holy power, you gain Blessing of Dawn. When you reach 0 holy power, you gain Blessing of Dusk. That's fun. I don't know. I wouldn't want to have to think about how to manipulate this. If I grabbed this, I would just like to let it play out. But I feel like, you know, you'd probably want to like manipulate it some way. I think we're going to go into it though. So I'm going to grab this. Because I was never in the Ardenweald Covenant, so I never really checked out that mechanic. Seems like it might be fun to at least see it. Obviously, you know, at endgame we're gonna have different specs and probably look up the most optimum builds and all that typical WoW stuff, but while we're leveling up at least we can just kind of do what we want. We can go investigate the stone shards, or we can do wither tusk stuff. Let's come to the north first. I feel like that would be okay. The stone shards. The shards pulse softly and a whisper slowly echoes through your head. My name is Misriel. I am a princess of the earth, and my captors, the giants, have trapped me deep beneath the Arathi Highlands. These crystal shards are the only way that I can speak with the surface world. Please help me. Allies of the giants, the Drywhisker kobolds, have a shard like this one in their Drywhisker Gorge to the east. To power the cluster, you must gather motes of Misriel from the kobolds and apply them to it. Alright, we need to get 12 motes, and then we can activate the crystal in the cave. Might as well head over and do that. It's going to take us right by Hammerfall. We're going to have to be careful not to aggro any enemy NPCs while we're over here. Or just like a billion raptors. We could start a raptor train, because that's cool, isn't it? If we're lucky, we don't get dismounted here. Okay, they run really early, and they run while they have a crap ton of health left. That's good to know. I mean, even if they pull more and more guys, it's not really going to matter, but it is good to know that they run basically immediately. They run at like 30%. And we do have to fight our way all the way to the back of the cave to find the crystal. Will we have all of our motes by the time we get to the crystal? That's the question. Here is an elite, not an elite, a rare. Geomancer Flint Dagger. And yeah, we don't have enough crystals, so we are gonna have to run back and hope for some respawns. We could jump down here, but I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to jump down because either way, there's no respawns up there or down here yet. Maybe we need to explore a different part of the cave here. And we'll hope that not all the ones we have fought will respawn. We're getting that bonus Word of Glory, so it doesn't have to go to a party member. If there's no party member, the next Word of Glory echoes to a nearby alley for 30% off. We're getting that when we're solo, so that's good. Wasn't sure if that was how it would work. I hoped so, but it's good to be able to see confirmation of it. Alright, there's the last moat that we needed. Let's head back kind of the way we came. Take a little shortcut here. And yeah, luckily we don't have to deal with respawns yet. I'm really enjoying the pacing of the enemies respawning. Has been pretty good so far in this playthrough. You like to have a few minutes where you feel like your efforts to clear a dungeon have mattered. At least I like to. Maybe other people like it when the guys pop right back up, but I like to be able to clear an area and have it stay clear for a minute or two. Ah, you activated these shards. Already I feel more myself. 4 stones of binding are scattered throughout Arathi. These stones keep me pinned beneath the earth. To unlock them, you must unlock the strongest, the stone of inner binding. And to do that, you must gather keys from the other 3. These stones are watched by guardians, but if you are clever or lucky, you may find ways to banish them. Yeah, you could collect charms, I think, and banish them, but I think we're just probably going to end up fighting them. And that's probably going to be fine. Aha! Respawns. We knew it would happen. Here it is. Only a couple, though. We're not going to have to fight a bunch. We can probably squeeze behind Hammerfall here to get this first stone, and then we'll head... Maybe we'll head down and talk to Kay and Kinleroy. Maybe there are going to be... enemy NPC. Yeah, we on second thought, we don't want to go that way. Let's just not go that way. That would probably be bad. There's enemy NPCs over there, battle masters for battlegrounds and stuff. Not that any of them strictly need to be there anymore, but they are definitely still hanging out. We will take the long way around. Okay, they don't seem to have ranged attacks, so that's good. Okay, we pulled a little bit more than I wanted. Let's do Divine Protection and pop our wings here. I feel like maybe back in vanilla these guys used to be elite or something. The way the quest is phrased, I honestly don't remember though. Maybe we just follow up on these since they're having us run around to some disparate points on the map. We have Crusader Aura still up, because, yeah, of course we do. We've had it up all along when we probably should have had Devotion Aura up. Alright, what have the Thundering Exiles got for us? Still no ranged attacks, no casting, which I appreciate. Thank you, gentlemen. Oh, wait, some of them are casting. Oh, we have made a huge mistake. We have made a huge mistake. They weren't casting, and then suddenly they were all casting, I swear. Okay, let's stun them. Let's target one in front of us. Yeah, that got scary with the magic damage. Magic damage can chunk us for a lot of our health really quickly, especially when you have 4 guys casting at you. It tends to be pretty rough, apparently. But we came out of it again just fine, so I am enjoying these bigger pulls, adding a little bit of excitement into the combat. Alright, ooh, it wants us to go all the way over here next. How's our... Our Hearthstone is not up right now. That is a long way to go and run back. Let's do it. It's really one of the smaller zones, isn't it? It's hard to tell by looking at the map, but it is one of the smaller zones. Alright, Burning Exiles, what have you got? Okay, some auto attacks, I like it. No one's casting Pyro Bolt yet. Always good. Let's go ahead and get a heal. Let's do Divine Protection. Let's get... Oh no, oh dear lord, what have I done? We've got a rare spawn here, on top of everything else. I am gonna want to target some of these lower health guys. Can't seem to target any of them. Having some problems with targeting, apparently. Alright, this might get us killed. We have gone way off book here. Yeah, we're totally dead. We had 5 elementals and the rare spawn on us. Couldn't get any of them down, unfortunately. Thankfully, Graveyard is not really close, surprisingly for retail. I mean, it's close enough. it gives us time to reflect on our mistake. Well, it's funny, we're getting brighter lighting in the Shadowlands here than we were getting with the cloud cover in the actual zone while alive. Okay, so we can't take 4 elementals and a rare spawn, apparently. Yeah, and tab targeting, man. Tab targeting was killing me. I was trying to get to the guys who were lower health, but I just couldn't find any of them with tab targeting. Excuses, excuses, Robert. That's all we hear from you. Alright, let's get back in here. Okay, so let's do a devotion aura. That could help out. And, let's clear our way in a little less aggressively. Like, maybe we stop here. I say we stop here, and then of course we pull more. Unfortunately, we don't have any of our... We don't have any of our heals or cooldowns up or anything. Well, yeah. Great. So even 4 is overambitious right now, apparently. We can't go into those situations with none of our cooldowns up. This has to come down here a little bit so that I can actually see it as a defensive cooldown. And yeah, we'll go back to a couple of guys at a time so we don't keep dying to these guys. I think maybe it's just like the magic damage that's really hurting us. Not really sure how we got the guy back there, but I guess he just got a little too close. Yeah, these guys actually deal a significant amount of damage to us. I'm kind of hesitant now after our 2 deaths to pull anything more than this. I was having a little bit too much fun, they said. And they shut that down. Alright, that gave us the key to go down here. And this might be the last leg of our quest here. Misriel speaks through the stone. You have done it. You opened the stones of binding. I can feel the shackles about me loosen and freedom draws closer. You are a noble paladin, my rescuer. Opening the stones of binding loosened much of my confinement, but a lock still holds me chained. It is the keystone you see among the circle of stones, and the key is held by one of my captors, the stone watcher Fazruk. You must obtain that key, which the stone watchers call the Rod of Order from Fazruk, and use it to open the keystone. He is back this way. Guys, I think for now, we are going to hearth back to town. And I'm going to take a little break. We'll get some rested experience, and when we come back, we will pick things up here in the Arathi Highlands. We'll go hunt down Fazruk, get the Rod of Order, and then we will deal with the other things here. We still have to talk to Kay and Kinlory, and we have Witherbark stuff to do, so yeah. It's a nice little zone to be in. It's cozy. I like the ambience of the zone. We'll probably get to see a different time of day or different weather next time, so that's going to be interesting to see how that compares. And yeah, still enjoying the Paladin quite a bit. Hope you guys are having fun as well. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. And until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again sometime very soon. Bye for now.